We grew up on mixtapes and neon
Hey there,
lights,
everybody. It is the
dreaming of
GlobeTrotting.
holding
Well,
up
today we're the duo. I'm Amy.
I'm Tammy.
And if you notice, Shelly is missing. She had some previous engagements that she could not get away from. So you are here with Tammy and I. We're going to talk all about the business behind the travel. Because last week we talked
Yay!
about all the travels that we did in 2025, what we've learned from it, like what we want to get out of it, what made it like solidify into our next, what's our year going to look like. So let's talk a little bit about it. So tell me this, Tammy. What's the difference to you between traveling as a hobby and owning your own business?
Well, there's so many things are going in my head right now. Is money, first of all,
Yes.
and time freedom. I mean, those are the two huge things for me when I say, hobby travel versus business. And
Mhm.
I'm owning your own travel business. Yeah.
Right.
Um, and it's just amazing. I mean, it truly is. It's an amazing feeling. Money and time freedom, to have that time freedom to be able to go on those trips. We counted, I had 10. I don't remember how many you counted that you actually had trips wise. And I usually do 12 at least minimum. And last year I only did 10. But it's to be able to afford it, to be able to, take that cash that you've made and reinvest it into travel.
Right.
You like how I did that? Travel,
Yes. Air quotes.
air
Air
quotes,
quotes.
travel. And there's just so many things. What about you? What do you think?
Um, Traveling as a hobby. Well, let's just go with this. So you kind of alluded to the freedoms that you wanted. So
Hmm.
when I first started, I literally started this business just to be able to book 2 cruises a year for my husband and I.
Yeah,
So being able to say that was more of a hobby.
yeah.
But now I'm ready to book travel every month. I say
Hmm.
every month. I don't go travel every month, but I'm with you. I do at least 12.
Yeah.
Now, I will say that if you were to look at what I did, my Barcelona, London, Barcelona, and then transatlantic cruise, that was over 20 days.
Right.
So, I mean, that was 3 weeks. So that
Yeah.
was huge. That took up the couple of months that we didn't travel. So,
Yeah.
um, but owning our own travel business opens up doors that we never thought were there. I have the financial freedom to do the things I want to now that I did not have before. But on top of that, I had to go somewhere today and I actually had a doctor's appointment with one of the grandbabies. Do you need a note to be able to give to your work? And I said, oh, no, I'm self-employed. I'm completely fine. I don't need a note. That was brilliant. I loved it. I'm like, yes. Um,
Yes. Every single time that happens, because the doctors will ask every single
right.
time. Well, my family doctor won't, but if we go to an
Yeah,
urgent care or whatever, because she knows what I do. But I'm like, oh my gosh, this is the best feeling ever. It
right.
is. And
Yeah,
and how lucky are we, Amy? Uh,
we're extremely lucky.
Lucky. And the best part about all this is that everybody else can be lucky too. It's
Right.
not exclusive to us. Well, we are special, but we're nobody special. That every single person that walks on the earth, well, not every single person, we're in some countries that we are in, can actually have the same opportunity.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that.
I guess,
Yeah.
and if we go back to hobby to a business, what sets a particular person, and this is not on our notes, but what sets us apart as a business owner from an actual person that does it for a hobby? So why did we do it?
Why did we do it?
Yeah.
Um, Well, both of us are a little bit different than any other animal out there, I think, because I
I
did it
know.
because it just sounded like, yeah, I'm doing it. Somebody said I'm going to be a travel business
Uh-huh.
owner, and I said, well, so am I. So go ahead and give me the information and let's sign me up. Um, but
Yeah.
we did it because we love to travel. That would be
Yeah.
one thing for sure. Um,
What gave you the courage to do it?
so except for my small stint whenever I was married to my first husband, I had the courage to pretty much do whatever I want when I
Yeah.
want to.
Yeah.
And if somebody tells me I can't do it, I'm going to tell them to hold my beer. I'm going to go do it and then come back and show you I did it.
Yeah.
So
It's mine. Hold my wine. Let me show you.
I say hold my beer, but it's really hold my glass of water because that's all I drink. But
Yeah. I just had to say it that way. But
yes.
I think that, and that's the courage. I think people
Mhm.
are lacking courage.
Mhm.
They're not
One of the
betting on
things, and I will tell
themselves.
you, I just actually did a coaching thing with my team recently, and we
Mhm.
talked about it. Like everybody here is afraid of that one thing. You've got a fear of something. What is the fear?
Yes.
And so many people, their fear is other people are going to
Mhm.
look at them and say, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe she's doing that." And I asked them a question that I think I got from, well, I know I got it from three-star director that I listen to quite frequently. But is there how much how many bills did you pay by the opinion of somebody else? Like,
Mm.
did somebody else's opinion ever pay any of your bills? And they said
Mm-mm.
no. And I said, oh, so did you earn any money because of the opinion of somebody else? And they said no. So then who cares what they think of you? Think of it that
Mhm.
way. And they're
Mhm.
like, oh, I didn't think about that. I said, it took me a
Yeah.
minute to get there. When I first
Yeah.
started,
Sure.
I was a little bit different. When I first started, I will say I went into a vendor event, set up a booth, and my husband was there and he said, Amy, you got to talk louder. And I'm like, louder? What do you mean? I'm talking loud. He's like, honey, nobody can hear you when they're walking past. And I'm like,
Oh,
oh, are you serious? I really thought I was talking really loud and I wasn't. So, there's some
yeah.
things that we all have to overcome. It's just whether or not
Yes.
we want to.
Yeah.
Do you
And
strive to
and it
actually get the financial, the personal, and the time freedom?
right. And it I mean it does. It takes that everything. I mean it does. And but the thing is that if we fear, but if we make that one step, because that first step is always the hardest. It
Right?
is. It's always the
Yes.
hardest to do. But if we make that first step, then the second step is not as hard.
Right.
And that's what I would love just to, well, I guess I am telling everybody.
You are
Um,
telling everybody right
I
now.
am telling you, I want to tell everybody this because we're and when we go back with our our teams and stuff, we're here to help that person regardless of what situation they're in. We can help you get to where you want to be. You
Right.
just have to have the desire, the will, the courage to make it happen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I I love that.
I
There you
do
go.
too.
So, I had two songs come to my head whenever you were talking about that. So the first one is back whenever Gen Xers, that's who we are, the
Yeah.
Gen Xers. Think about Rudolph whenever we were watching Rudolph the
Uh,
Red-Nosed Reindeer. And he said, just put
yes.
one foot in front of the other. The song, just put one
Yes.
foot
One
in
look.
front of the other. There you go. That's all we have to do. That's that. And then the
That's it.
courage, that wasn't the song really, courage, as I was thinking of the Cowardly Lion. He was always
Um,
my favorite on The Wizard of Oz. And then he got his courage. And that's really what it's
yeah.
all about. You start it, just start it,
Just
you
start
know?
it.
Yeah, just start it, just do it.
Just start it.
One of the things that I like the most is the fact that we have so many different streams of income. So the fact that I went to work as an educator whenever I first started. I did insurance and other things before that, before I was late in life educator. But when I became an educator, I got paid once a month. You know how hard it is to get paid once a month as an educator? It was horrible. So you would
Horrible.
have to plan your whole entire month. And there was usually that last week whenever you were just like, oh, please don't let
Mhm.
anything happen this week because I don't have any cash. I have no way to
Mhm.
pay for anything. And I hated that. I hated living like that. And then later, I got another job at a different school and I got paid twice a month. So I got paid on the 1st and the 15th. That was a little bit better. But there were
Mhm.
still some times whenever, finances were a little thin and there was no
Yeah.
way to make up any money. So whenever I was
Yeah.
an educator, I went to work. I got my contracted pay and that was it. That was it.
Yeah.
Done. You don't get to go in and say, hey, can you give me a little extra this month if I go do this?
Yeah.
So I'm sure that was kind of how your pay was whenever you worked in the air industry,
Absolutely.
airline
Yeah.
industry, right?
Yeah. It was. And we and, and let me tell you, when I first started in the airline industry, it was 1998.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and minimum wage was $7.25.
Oh,
That's literally what I got paid, $7.25 an hour.
oh my
And
gosh.
when I went into the airline industry, I was coming from a sales job that I was making well over 60, $70,000 a year. So going from that to 725, and I knew that I had to do it. It was like, it was a God thing. It was like everything in me told me that I needed to take this job. And of course, now after all these years, I mean, well, even before that, I knew why, because my husband was working there and
Right?
I didn't know it, right? But it was like, it was an overwhelming feeling that I had to do that. I had to do it. So that was the courage that took me going from, oh, this is, I can't do this. Let's do this.
Mm-hmm.
And I honestly, and I did need a break from the sales environment too. So I actually started, but I was actually making, I was working double shifts to actually even make my bills happen. I mean,
Yeah.
and it was just what I had to do. And I was tired. I was real tired. But then,
Mm-hmm.
of course, then, things turned out and I actually ended up in the sales department for the airline also. So, I had my little break and then I went to the sales department and then, of course, the income just went right along with it. So, um, yeah, it's
But
crazy to
it's
think.
still what you said though is that you had to work like you had to work
Mhm.
overtime or you had to do this
Yeah,
or you had to do that. How many people are out there? So as
yeah.
educators, and I'm, everybody knows I live in the state of Oklahoma. I will tell you, we are probably one of the lowest paying um,
Educators.
educators here. And I don't know of a state, honestly, though, that doesn't have educators needing to work a second job.
Yeah,
So I had my business and I had a brick and mortar business and I did this. And at one point, I actually worked 12 different jobs while I was still
yeah.
teaching.
Oh,
And
yeah.
people look at me like, you didn't. I'm like, yes, yes, I did. I would get up in the middle of the night and go do this thing. It was
hmm
called floating balloons, where you had to go put helium and not helium, some kind of gas in it and make it go up in the air. And it read all the oil wells out here. And I was cleaning
Uh,
houses. And I mean, I
oh,
did not care what it was. I was doing it. I was
hmm
doing this. I was doing that. I put them all together so that I could make the money.
yeah.
And, but
And
what's
yeah.
great about our business is the fact
Yes.
that instead of having to go to 12 different jobs, we're just working on one business and we're
Mhm.
having those 8 different streams of income.
And it's amazing when we get a
Yes.
notification that you are getting
Yes.
paid. I mean, literally, oh, we got paid today.
Yes.
I was
Yeah.
with
We
you
just had
earlier
that
today.
conversation.
Yeah, we got paid today. And, and I'm like, oh, what's this from? And, I had to look. But literally in a week's time span, could be paid three, could be four, depending on what time of the month it is,
Right.
because we get paid on the 10th or the 1st and the 10th,
First.
and then every Wednesday and every Thursday. It's
Uh-huh.
like, and it's wonderful because
It
if you need
is.
that money, and you worked this week, you could get paid next Thursday. And that's kind of amazing for that
Yes. I
for
love
sure.
it. So
Yeah.
I love the fact, yes, absolutely. I just love that. That's just the best thing ever. I
Isn't
love the
it?
fact that we get all of these different paychecks or just
Uh-huh.
checks, right? We
Yes.
get paid multiple
Yes.
times a month. All right, so now talk about our business model, and our business model might be a little bit different. This is not the conventional business model. The conventional one is that, Mr. Smith owns the company and we work for him and we earn an income and that's what we do. That's the traditional business model. Our business model is a little bit different.
hmm
We get to share what we do with other people. So I love the fact that, that I will tell you, if I ever loved something, I'm telling you all about it. If I didn't like
Yes.
it, I might tell you about it too. But if I ever loved something, I went to the best restaurant ever, I'm going to tell you about it. If I went to the
Yes.
greatest new store or if I saw an amazing new movie, how many people love to go out there and tell somebody about something else they found on Netflix that they've been watching recently? Or even if I had job openings at the school district I was working for, I was trying to get people to work with me that I liked, right?
Sure.
So we'd have
Sure.
great buddies. That's what our
Did they ever
business
give
model.
you any money for that?
No, no,
Oh,
rude, rude, I say,
rude.
rude. But I will tell you that that is definitely what our business model is. It's just basically going out and telling people about our business. That's our business
Yeah.
model. And we get to earn
Yeah.
money that way. What do you think about that?
Amazing. That is actually one of my favorite parts about this is that I can share it with my friends, family, and strangers. And,
Mhm.
and yeah, it. and they can have the same wonderful opportunity to do this as I do. I mean,
I love it.
it is. It's crazy. I want to tell the world. So, world, I'm telling you.
There you go. There you go, world. Right. Now, the separating facts from assumptions for people, that's another one. So many people have looked at this and they were just like, okay, I'm going to ask you this one question.
Hmm.
This is a pyramid scheme.
Oh my gosh, I hate that. I hate that question. And the reason why I hate that question so much is that um, I think corporate America is a pyramid scheme
Yes.
because the top person, you know what a pyramid looks like, and everybody can see me. It's pointed at the top. Everybody can see me, even the ones that are listening, just listening. But um,
Visualize. They can visualize
visualize,
you.
visualize. It's pointed and it's bigger at the bottom, right?
Right.
So the owner, president, CEO, whatever the case may be, is up at the top. And then you have your managers, directors, and then all the way down is the employees. That is what I think is a pyramid scheme because the top person is getting all the money from what we're doing.
Right.
So what we're doing is that we actually are bringing people along with us that they can make way more money than we can. That
Right.
doesn't happen in corporate America. That doesn't happen in a pyramid because you can't make
Right.
more, but uh, people can make way more money than we can. And
Hmm.
it's a perfect example is our number one income earner in our company.
Yeah.
She is making way more money than way more money than all of us, really.
Uh-huh.
But at the from the person that brought her in, she's
Right.
making way more money than that.
Yeah.
Obviously, since she's the one-star director or what
Seven
number one
star.
company, yeah, number
Yeah.
one company, yeah, 7-star. So we bring it along. We're not a pyramid because if we
No.
were a pyramid, everybody below us would be making nothing and we would
Right.
be making all the money. And that's what corporate America is, I believe, 110%.
Right. No, I would support that 110% myself, as a
There you
matter of
go.
fact.
There you
So,
go.
what other facts versus assumptions do you think there are about this business?
And so, I mean, with ripping the band-aid off, obviously, we're not really band-aid, but we are network marketing. And there's a lot of things happening that our people are assuming happening in network marketing or happened in network marketing.
Mm,
And, you know, 20, 25 years ago or 30, whatever years ago, how long the company started, whenever, I'm not going to name names. Um, but it was a harassment type thing. And
right.
that is not what we do now. It's
Right.
totally different. We actually, just like you said earlier, we share. We
Right.
share.
Right.
I mean, how many times have you forced somebody to listen to your presentation?
Never. I ask
Never.
them. Right.
Yeah.
Ask them. Would you like to?
Yeah.
I will tell you, whenever that was one of the biggest things with me whenever I very first started, is I absolutely was not going to be like that. Because one of those companies
Mhm.
that my first husband had said, yes, let's do. They stood on my porch ringing the doorbell, trying to look in our front door, our front window, calling and leaving messages on our answering machine over and over and over again. It was over 30 years ago. It was almost 32 years ago when that happened because our
Mm-hmm.
baby was just an infant. And we were hiding in the dark house in the back of the house because we had told them we don't want them to come over. And they kept calling and leaving us messages. We know you're in there, just come to the door. We know you're in there, just come to the door. I did not want to be that person ever.
No.
Like
Oh
I
God,
never
no.
wanted anybody to associate me with that
Hmm.
person. And what was great is that nobody does.
Nobody does. Right.
No,
No.
right.
Mm,
So
mm-mm.
we are the exact opposite of what it used to be. It used to be one of
Absolutely.
those things where people would come in there, make you feel guilty for not listening to them and not doing the things. And I can't
Hmm.
believe this. This is the money. Yeah. Now it's just like,
Yeah.
okay, look, if you want to, great. If you don't want to, I get it too. That's all
Yeah.
right. Just
It's all right.
remember, we're
We're
here.
not, yeah. And
Yeah.
I'm not forcing anybody to join me. I'm not. I never will. I never have and never will.
Right.
It's, you know, it's an amazing opportunity. And I do want to tell everybody why not? Why not try this?
Yes.
But if somebody truly doesn't want anything to do with us, we can't force people. We can't.
Right.
That's just ridiculous. Or
Right.
stalk them. That's what that was. That was a
Right.
stalking, Amy.
Oh my gosh. No, it was horrible. 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 That was the worst thing. One of the
Yeah.
biggest things, though, for me is I love to be very transparent in what we're doing. So, what I will tell people all the time, they said, "Well, how did you do this?" I've been doing this for almost 7 years, and it took me a while before I realized what I wanted to do. Just had this same conversation with my team this week, so that they understand. I want them to see that it did take some work, and it took some mindset shifting too. Because when I first started, I just wanted to be able to book those couple of cruises.
Mm-hmm.
So I did a little bit of here and there and all this, but I didn't do any in-depth building or in-depth
Mm-hmm.
trying to build until I had gone to convention. I think it was my second convention.
Mm-hmm.
23. Was that right? No. 2021 was my first convention. I think 2022 was my second one. And whenever I went to that one, I knew I wanted to be able to hit all of the ranks so that I could go through and I could be able to retire my job and my career in education.
Yeah.
But I did tell them, it took me less than a month to find my first person to work this business with me. It took me, so I did that in April. In August was my second person, and it took me almost another year for my third person. I am very
Oh,
open and honest, but the
right.
difference is between myself and you, because I'm going to have you tell yours in just a moment. Myself and you, I looked at it as I just wanted to do this for fun. I wanted to
Yeah.
do this as a hobby.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until 2022 when I realized my hobby needed to be my real career. And that's
Mm-hmm.
whenever I changed it and I
Mm-hmm.
started doing things different. So in 2019, it was just a hobby. 2020 is, well, it's COVID.
Yeah. It's
2021.
not just a hobby, it was COVID. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
2021, it was a hobby again, and in 2022, it became a
Mm-hmm.
career choice.
Right. And I think that's probably a lot of the, and I wouldn't say problem, but that people, I don't want to say problem, but concern is people come
Concern.
in is, and they think it's just all travel, and it's not. It's that building the people, and helping others do the exact same thing that you're doing,
Mhm.
and building, and a legacy for that matter too. So yeah. And I I was different.
Oh,
I
yeah.
came from, yeah, I came from another network marketing company, and I knew that I needed to build it up because I wasn't working. I
Mhm.
had left my job, well, way before that, but I knew that if I didn't get something, I needed to go back to work and go get a full-time job. And that was like, I can't do that. So I literally just took off, and I made director within a year, um, you know, gold builder within 2 weeks, all of that stuff. So um yeah, uh, and it's great. It's wonderful to be able to have both options if you want both options, but
Right,
be open to the other option of this could be a total career change for you. And,
right,
one of the people that, somebody on our team was a full-time nurse,
right.
and she went full-time for what, 2 years, and then she went part-time for maybe a year and a half,
Mhm.
and now no time.
Right,
She's going between a cold state to a warm state. Yeah. And that's her life, is
right.
that she gets to live it on her terms. Um, and that's always been my desire, to live my life on my terms.
I agree. 1,000,000%.
Yeah.
Um, so final statement, my final thought is this, that this is not a mystery. It's not a mystery on how we do it. We work on it. Yes. We put the effort into it. It is a very methodical. Do the things that we need to do.
Yeah.
We've got the training here for you. We're here to help you. But that's really what it's all about. It's us building a team together, and you get to be part of our team. What are your
Yes.
final thoughts?
That's actually it. I mean, there's so many reasons why people join us. A
Mhm.
big one is obviously money. We all want money, travel more, money, all of
Right.
that. But there's people out there that want a community, and I can't even tell you how many times I've looked on Facebook, and we have something in my area, and it's a Facebook group for people looking for friends,
Mhm.
literally looking for friends. And I can't
Oh,
even tell you how many times I've seen it. I mean, so many times a week, even like 20 times a week, I see that. And this is a community Just like Amy and I would have never have met,
No.
or Shelly. Shelly's not here, but or Shelly. The three of us would have never have met if it wasn't for this business. And now I consider them my closest friends. And it will never end, regardless.
Right.
It will always be there.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for the community, or if you're looking for travel more, if you're looking for more money, those are the things, right?
Yeah. Personal
Can you
time. Yeah.
imagine yourself like, well, before you started this business and going, man, here I have 10 times I went traveling last year and I can't believe it didn't do that
No.
more.
No, because honestly, before Andrew, well, okay, I take that back. Before Andrew and I met, I'd
Yeah.
only gone on 2 cruises. One,
Oh,
other than that, we literally went to friends' houses or families' houses and stayed at their house. And
mm-hmm.
then, so in 2012, yeah, went on my first cruise.
Yeah.
2013, went on my second cruise. Met Andrew in July of 2013. So March, so it was December, it was March, and then it was July. And then, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And then it was all over
Crazy.
with the shouting after that, because whenever he and I went on cruises, we were like, we got to do it.
Yeah.
And when we looked back the very first year that we had actually gone on 7 cruises in one year, we were like, oh my gosh, how did that happen? That's amazing. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
it's amazing. Yeah. Yeah, it
So,
is. And this business can bring so much more. So, yeah,
yes,
hop on
it
board
brings
with
so
us.
much. It's fun. We're fun to hang out with. So you should
Yeah.
probably go ahead and just like and subscribe us and then reach out to one of us and say you're ready and we will get back with you because we want you to be part of our team. We want to help you succeed. All right. So if you enjoyed our episode today, of course, we want you to go ahead, hit that follow button, subscribe to our station. And then, as always, thank you for being here for us on this wild and crazy journey. And you know what?
All
Until
the
next time,
dreams
keep exploring,
unbroken,
everybody. Talk to you
See you
soon.
later. Bye, guys.
fierce and